Hello, welcome to Wednesday's functional fitness class. If you're new to the class, there's just a few things I want to explain. You don't really need, well, you do need equipment, only a band. You need a kitchen chair or a chair without arms. You need an exercise band. I've got two actually, because some of the exercises need a lighter band and some need a stronger band, but you'll be able to get by with one. If you don't have one, any exercise bands, then that's absolutely fine. Just do the arm exercises or the movements. But if you can get some exercise bands, it would be good. You can buy them on Amazon. Other online retailers are available. If you go to Decathlon, you can actually try them out. I would advise you to get a pack of 3 because then you get various strengths of bands. Anyway, the functional fitness class is in 3 parts. We do a warm-up, then we do the main body of the exercise, and then we do stretching at the end. It should be suitable for all levels of fitness. You can actually, if you're not able to stand, you can use the chair. And if you need the exercises to be adapted for the chair, although I'm going to do a specific small video of chair-based exercises. But if you can stand, it's good to stand because it strengthens your legs, it's good for your balance, it helps your core. Just standing is better than sitting if you can do that. Anyway, without more ado, we will go into the warm-up, which starts with just a nice, gentle, very gentle marching on the spot. If you can, go up on your toes. If you can't, that's absolutely fine. And when you lift your knee up, try and place your foot down. Try not to plonk it down. Try and just do nice and gently putting it down. It's very low impact, this. Swing your arms in a slightly exaggerated way just to get your shoulders a bit more mobilized. And we're just going to do this for a few more seconds, and then we'll go on with the rest of the warm-up. 3, 2, 1. Fab. Now what we're going to do is just put our hand, or your hand, our hand, on your shoulder so that make your arm like a wing and it sticks out straight out from your body. Imagine you've got a pencil sticking out of your elbow, and we're going to do 5 great big circles backwards, 3, 4, full range of movement, 5, nice and gentle, and then 5 forward, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Imagine that pencil is drawing a big circle on an imaginary wall. And the other one, you're going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then forwards, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Fabulous. Next thing we're going to do is put your hands here, and we're going to just touch your knee with your hand. Just nice and gently. If you can't get your knee up to your hand, that's absolutely fine. Don't bring your hand down. The object of this exercise is just to get a little bit of mobilization into your hips and your knees and your ankles. Just nice and gentle. If you can, or if you want to, you can do it on your tiptoe, but you really don't need to. You can just do it nice and gentle. If you want to, again, don't have to. You can just do that, just to twist your lower body. Don't move your hands, just do your legs, but it's perfectly fine to just keep doing this. 3, 2, 1. And then we're just going to do another little arm exercise. We're going to just cross your arms. If you can get your sort of elbows one on top of each other, that's great. They're at chest height. And then just very gently pull them back. So they're going back to about there. And you can alternate which arm is on top. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The alteration. Alteration, is that right, the word? Of your arms. Doing your arms alternately on top and bottom. Doesn't really matter. 9, 10. I don't really know if that was 10 or not because I lost count in the middle, but it was about 10 anyway. Right, we're going to go into a little warm-up routine that I have. And this is good, this routine, because it you have to coordinate, you have to concentrate. It's good for strength, it's good for balance, and it's good for warming you up. And not so much flexibility, but that will come later. So we're going to start by just doing a heel dig like that. Just digging your heel like that. And at the same time, you're going to anchor your elbows into your sides, and you're going to do a bicep curl with the opposite arm. As you do the heel dig, you do a bicep curl with the opposite arm. Make sure it's the opposite arm. Just have a check, have a look down to check that you're actually doing the opposite arm. And we'll go 3, 2, 1. Next one we're going to do is just take a step to the side. Should have this a little bit lower so that you can, in fact, I'm going to put it down just a tiny bit so that you can see my feet. That's a bit better. So a step to the side and prayer hands and out. When you're doing this, try not to let your knee drift in. Imagine you've got headlights on your knees and they need to point forward. Just a tiny step to the side. Always makes me think of the time warp when I say that. 1, 2, I should have gone 3, 2, 1 really, shouldn't I? 3. And the next one we're going to do is just a step back. Step back, and at the same time, put your hands out. Again, remember the headlights on the knees. And give your hands a bit of a splay out. Use your fingers. Let your hands warm up too. 3, 2, 1. And the final one in this sequence is just going to do a toe tap, just like that, and just a nice swing of the arms. Here comes doggy. What have you got, eh? What have you got? You can't see him now, but 3, 2, 1. Now, we're going to put all that together into one routine. So we're going to do heel digs, side, back, toe tap. Remembering to keep those headlights on your knees, back, toe tap. Heel dig, side, 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 back, toe tap. We're going to speed it up just a little bit. Heel dig, side, back, toe tap. Heel dig, side, back, toe tap. Heel dig, side, back, toe tap. One more time. Heel dig, side, back, toe tap. Right, if you floundered in that, if it's the first time you've done it and you can't remember all the moves and things, don't worry about it because it does come Any of these exercises that you can't do them at your own capability, because you will improve. If you can't do 10, do as many as you can. If you can't do the technique properly, fine. If you can't get your arms up above your head, fine. Just do it at your own capability, but keep doing it. Consistency is more important than anything. And so if you keep doing them, you will improve. Anyway, that's the warm-up finish. We're now going to start with the main body of the exercise. And the first thing we're going to do is a squat. Now, a squat is, you can make it very hardcore, or you can make it at your own capability. So a squat is sitting down without the chair. And you need strong thighs and you need strong glutes, because what quite a lot of people do is they put their knees forward and they think, oh, I can't do a squat, it hurts my knees. It's because you should be back. Your knees don't come over your toes and your knees don't come together. So, but if you can't do a freestanding squat, you don't have to go down very far to begin with, as long as you've got the technique. So even there, my knees aren't over my toes, but my thighs and my glutes are taking the strain. If you want to, you can hold on to the back of the chair. Don't sort of tip it up and just go down. Don't hold on to it. Just have that for a bit of balance, a bit of a Dumbo feather. Okay, and up you go. If you want, you can do it standing and sitting from a chair, but I think that's harder because you're further in. When you sit down like this, you're further into the squat. But if you want to, you can do it like that. Keeps your technique good, that, because you cannot sit down with your knees going over your toes. Anyway, we're going to do 10 squats. If you can't do 10, fine. Do as many as you can. So I'm going to do 5 sideways, so as you can see where my knees are in relation to my toes, and 5 front on, so that you can see it doesn't go. My knees don't come together. So we're going to go down. 1, if you want to, touch your hands behind your back at the end. 2, I hold my hands out here just to balance me, because your weight should be on your heels. 4, 5, bit of a quaver in the voice then. 6, remember you can go down that far if you want. 7, 8, 9, 10. It's really important to have strong legs, because there's so many things you can't do if your legs aren't strong enough. I've got quite a deep front door step, and just getting in and out my front door would be difficult if I didn't have strong legs. Oh, a video's just flashed up. Look back at your memories. No, thank you. Right, next one we're going to do is you're going to need your band, and if you've got various strengths, get the weakest one. And what we're going to do is we're going to start with your elbows in by your sides, hands up here at shoulder height, and you're just going to open your arms like that and bring them back in a nice controlled way. If you can't get your arms straight out, doesn't matter, do what you can. It's the resistance pulling against the band that does you good. We're going to do, if you can't do 10, it doesn't matter, do as many as you can. So 1, I don't think I can straighten my arms with this band. 2, 3, 4. It's really important to have strong arms as well. 5, strong everything. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Fabulous. Right, we're going to do my favorite one. Hi, Prue. We're going to do side bend. I used to do this at the end, but now I think I do it sort of fairly near the beginning to get it over with. A side bend, as I'm sure you know, is a bend to the side. Now you can do it without using your arm. If you're going to put your arm over your head, keep it straight so that the muscles in your arm are actually working. It's not sort of hanging inert. So, and you just go down to the side. You don't bend forward, you don't bend back. If you can get your hand to your knee, jolly good. If you can't, doesn't matter. And then up we go. That's one. Over we go. 3, 2, 2. Just seeing if you're paying attention. 3, 4, 5, 6. Remember when he was a puppy? 7. He's 18 months now. He's a big boy. 8, 9, 10. Other side. I should have said at the beginning, have your feet slightly wider than shoulder width apart, actually. Down you go and over. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's really good for your balance as well as your core. Sorry, sorting myself out there. Next, we're going to do 3 exercises for the arms. Usually I try and alternate the top half of the body and the bottom half of the body. But this time we're going to do 3 exercises, one after the other for your arms, because it's important to have strong shoulders and strong arms, okay? First one we're going to do is arm up there. They're all very simple and very gentle, and one back there. This is great for your back, it's great for your posture, it's great for your shoulders. If you can't get your arms above by your head like this, just do them wherever you can. The main thing is not to force them. Just let your arm go where it's comfortable, going as far as it's comfortable going. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, and you're pulling your arm up and placing it down. 4, don't let gravity, just plonk it down. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Wonderful. Next one we're going to do is standing with your hands, with your palms touching your thighs. I'm going to go down on my knees to show you this. You don't need to go down on your knees, obviously. There. Twist your hands so as your palms facing outwards. Bring it up, touch it above your head, twist again, and then down. 1. And this twisting movement just adds a little bit to, again, if you can't get your hands above your head, just do what you can. Sometimes just small movements are very beneficial. 4. Forgot to count again. I think that was 4. We might have 5. I might have sneaked an extra one in there, but it won't do any harm. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then the last one in this sequence is have your hands like this, your arms at 90 degrees, and you're just going to come and touch your elbows together. If you can't get your elbows together, do what you can. 1, shoulders are always at shoulder height, as it were. Your arms are always at shoulder height. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Great stuff. Just give your shoulders a bit of a wriggle because you've been working your shoulders and your arms quite a lot. Right, we're going to do a balance exercise. I do get asked about balance a lot, and there is only one specific balance exercise in this class because balance is a combination of strength, coordination, flexibility. And this one is a sort of, you can just stand on one leg, oops, or if you're like me, you can't. You can stand on one leg, and that's good, and you can do that when you're cleaning your teeth or whatever. But this one, I want to do it because you're balancing whilst you're moving, and it makes it slightly more difficult. So what we're going to do is we're going to go starting with your right leg, because coordination is important in this as well. 1, 2, 3, and then balance. And then, if you can, you're going to go back with the up leg. You always start with the up leg. Back, 2, 3, up. If you can't, whoops, go 1, 2, 3, up. If you can't, if you don't feel safe going back, turn around and start with the up leg, which was the left leg. 1, 2, 3, up. And then turn around again. Turn around slowly. If you can, do it backwards. If you can't, turn around. And we're going to do that. We're going to try 10 times, but we'll see. So, starting with your right leg. 1, 2, 3. You just need to take small steps. So I haven't got a big living room. Back, 2, 3, up. 1, 2, 3, up. Back, 2, 3, up. Forward, 2, 3, up. Back, 2, 3, up. That's 5 times. We're going to do it another 5. 2, 3, up. Back, 2, 3, up. 6. 7. 8. 2 more. Whoops, falling over. 9. 1 more. 10. Well done. How was that? How does that feel? Does it seem okay? Right. I like that better than the static ones where we're doing that. I don't know why. Right. Bicep curl. So you're going to get, you notice I'm using my blue band this time. It's because with a bicep curl, you can use a slightly stronger band if you want, but you don't have to. So you're standing on your band and you're going to anchor your elbow into your waist and hold your band. Have the tension on the band enough so that when your arm is at 45, your forearm is at 45 degrees, you need to use your muscles to keep it. If you have no tension at all, you just do that. But you need to have tension, and then you're just closing your arm. Your elbow doesn't leave your side. So we're going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It's just closing. 10. And then we're going to switch arms. Anchor your elbow, get the tension right. And we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, Wonderful. Right, when I was talking before about needing strong thighs and strong glutes for everyday life, you've got three glute muscles. You've got the gluteus maximus, which is the one everybody knows about, it's your big bum muscle. But you've also got a medius and a minimus, which are at the side. And we need to strengthen those as well. And one of the functions of that muscle is to lift your legs sideways. So we're going to lift the leg, the torso isn't going to move much. And if it was your arm, it would be doing that. You're not twisting your headlights again. And your foot is facing forward in the same direction as the headlights. And then we're going to bring it down and we're going to do the other one. So it's called rock the boat. So we're going to do 10 on each side. So 1. Remember, place your leg down. Don't let gravity plonk it down. 3, 4, 5, 6. I can feel this now. 7, 8, 9, 10. Ooh, I can feel that on those muscles. And then get your lighter band. This one is quite difficult. It's not difficult to do, it's the technique, getting the technique right is quite difficult. So you're going to hold both arms out in front of you at shoulder height, and your hands are shoulder width apart. Now your left arm is going to stay absolutely where it is. So it's like that. The left arm is just going to stay where it is, and your right arm is going to pull out to the side as far as you can get it. And then you're going to go in slowly, no plonking. 1. Keep that left arm where it is. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Give your arms a bit of a rest. And then we're going to do the same on the other side. So arms up, shoulder height, shoulder width apart. Right arm doesn't move at all. Your right arm is static. 1, 2, 3. This is an exercise in controlling your limbs, isn't it? 4, 5, 6, 7. My left arm isn't as strong. 8, 9, 10. Now that I think that's quite a hard one. So don't give yourself a hard time if you didn't manage the 10. I mean, it's quite. I'm just trying to see which muscles it uses. Yeah, this one, it uses your triceps and your shoulder muscles. And I think it's quite beneficial, although quite hard to do. Right, the next thing we're going to do is we're going to do another squat, but we're going to do a sumo squat. So a sumo squat, you have your legs wider than you would for a normal squat. And your toes are pointing out at 45 degrees. And you're going to go down like this. You've seen the sumo wrestlers do it. Now, you go down the same way. Your knees don't come over your toes, but your knees keep pointing out the way. In a way, it's an easier squat. And if you just go down a bit, you can feel the strength that it takes in your legs. Just go down a little bit and you can feel this. This is good for your glute medius and minimus as well as your quads, your thighs. Okay, so you don't need to go down very far. Again, just go down where you can, maintaining good technique. And we're going to do 10. So we're going to go down, 1. Don't lock your knees when you come up. 2, 3, I can feel it there on the side. 4, don't need to go down as far as I'm going. 5, 6, it's good for hip mobility as well. 7, if it's sore, if it's hurting you, just go down a tiny bit. 8, whoa, 9, 10. That's tougher than the squat that we did at the beginning. Give your legs a bit of a shake. Right, just to get yourself a little bit limbered up, we're just going to go into the routine that we did at the beginning again. So we've got this and we've got one more, and then we're going to go into the puffing here. We're going to go into the stretches. So we're going to do heel dig, side, back, toe tap. 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 One more time, quite fast. Heel dig, side, back, toe tap. Right, we're going to finish now with some HIIT, H-I-I-T, high intensity interval training. And this is really, I mean, it's in the news a lot. It's quite good. It's really good for you. It gets your heart going. It makes you puffed. But the thing is, you do it for 20 seconds. Well, with me, you do it for 20 seconds, and then you get 40-second rest. We're going to do that 3 times. And the exercise you're going to do is tiny, tiny, tiny little steps of running. Tiny, but as fast as you can. And get your arms going. Your arms won't go at the same speed as your legs. Just do what's comfortable. I see people going like this. It looks like you're knitting. Your arms will go to different speed to your legs. Woo! I'm not going to do it because I can't do the timing and do the running. It's just impossible. I've tried it. Right. Are you ready? If you've got any chest problems, heart problems, breathing problems, if you don't want to do it, if you get dizzy, if you get chest pain, anything like that, stop immediately or don't even start. But if you can do it, I think you'll find it quite beneficial. It's maybe something you've never done before. So don't worry if it makes you puff and pant a lot. That's natural. Right. On your marks, set, off you go. "17, 18, 19, 20. Right, just have a little bit of a rest for 40 seconds. Oops, I stopped it. You'll probably get slightly longer than 40 seconds because I inadvertently stopped the stopwatch, so you might have a little bit longer. But that's okay. It doesn't matter, does it? Just while we're waiting, if you can and you haven't, hit the subscribe button. Because the more subscribers I have, the better. And if I get over 1,000, I've only got about 500 more to go. If I get about over 1,000 subscribers, I can start recording on my watch. 3, 2, 1, go again. 17, 18, 19, 20. Obviously, I was talking rubbish. I meant I can film it on I can live stream it from my camera phone, which is much better picture. But we've got some little way to go yet. I didn't stop at that time, so you will only get 40 minutes, 40 seconds. It'd be good if I knew the difference between seconds and minutes, wouldn't it? We've got 10 seconds of rest left. I'll count you down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Off you go. "17, 18, 19, 20. Fabulous. Now, just while you're recovering, before we go into the stretches, you get another 40 seconds. Just to remind you that if you've liked the class, you can buy me a coffee in inverted commas, and the link to that is in the comments section of the video underneath. If you're watching on a laptop, it's underneath the video where the comments section is. If you want to contact me at all or want more information about all things fitness, my Over 50 Fitness Facebook page is a good place to go, but you can always contact me through that because I'm always on Facebook. I'm one of these people that was bereft the other night when Facebook went down for 6 hours. What do I do? Right, so let's subscribe if you can. Like this class if you can, if you would be so kind. Buy me a coffee if you feel it's worth it, and my Facebook page if you want to find out more. Right, so we'll go into the stretching now. So you need your chair for the stretching. And we're going to start, as always, start at the bottom and work all the way up. That way I don't forget any of them. So we're going to start with the calf muscle. So you have your front leg bent, your back leg straight, both heels on the ground, and you lean forward, and you should feel the stretch at the top of your calf. And we're just going to hold that for a few seconds. And then we're going to gradually, just gently bend the back knee, and your heel comes off the ground. Put a little bit of weight on that leg, and you should feel the stretch moving down into your Achilles. And then switch. Back leg straight, front leg bent. Just check that both feet are pointing in the same direction. Sometimes it's easy to think that they are, and then you look down and they seem to have a mind of their own. And then gently bend your back knee, heel comes off the floor. Just feel the stretch in your Achilles. Don't let it come off, don't go right up onto your tiptoe, just let it come off a little bit. Okay, next one we're going to do is we're going to stretch the quadriceps because you've been working them by doing the squat and by doing the sumo squat. So if you can, or if you want to, grab your foot or your ankle or your trouser leg, keep your knees together if you can, because that gives a bigger stretch. You can use it as a balance exercise if you like, but if you can't do that, and I've come round to this way, put your hands behind your back and try and kick your hands with your heels. And that way, I like this one particularly. If you're going to do, start now because I'm going to talk for a bit, whichever one you choose. I like this because it's lengthening, it's stretching the quadricep, the thigh muscle, but at the same time, it's actually working the hamstrings, this muscle on the back of your leg here. So whilst one is being stretched, the other is being strengthened. Win-win. If you're doing the one-legged stretch, the static stretch, swap legs now. As dynamic stretchers, we'll keep doing our dynamic stretching. And it does work because when I first started, it was slightly difficult to get my heel to my hand. But now it's fairly easy. Good for your balance as well because you're moving from one leg to the other. 3, 2, 1. Good stuff. Right, we're now going to stretch the hamstrings that I mentioned a minute ago. Sit at the front of your chair, knees at 90 degrees, ankles under your knees, sitting up nice and straight. Just do that, just to check your posture. One leg forward, toe pulled back, and you're going to move forward from your hips. Imagine you've got an eye in your chest and it's looking forward. So you're not collapsing down onto your leg. You're actually going forwards as if you were going that way. Doesn't matter how far you go, as long as you feel the stretch, that's fine. It's your stretch. Some people are more flexible than others. And then sitting up and repeat on the other side. So forward from the hips with the eye in your chest looking forward. And then sitting upright. The last one in this sequence is if you sit sideways on the chair and sideways at the front, so there's no chair here, and then this leg goes out behind. Get your torso upright, sort of collapse your sit bone a little bit, and we're going to sit with this leg. It's to stretch these hip flexors. They're difficult muscles to stretch, to get at, but if they're tight, then that gives you that sort of old person stooping walk. So if you have nice flexible hips, it's easier. You have a better gait. And then swivel round and put the other one up behind. Okay, standing up, arms out at chest height, palms facing forwards, and then we're going round the oak tree. So it's round like that rather than like straight. Have them at chest height and then dip your head. And this stretches the muscles at the top of your neck, at the bottom of your neck, at the top of your shoulders. Try and get your shoulder blades apart. That's what this is doing. And then if you can, interlink your fingers behind your back. If you can't, just put your elbows together, interlink your fingers, lift. If you're interlinking your fingers, lift your arms to give that stretch across your chest. It's important to have a stretchy chest to improve your posture. Strong back muscles and stretchy chest muscles rather than the other way around. Okay, and then lastly, we're going to sit, but remember, don't use the back of the chair, use your own muscles to support you. And you're going to just look at the floor, just dip your head and put your hand on your crown. Just let the weight of your hand push your head down. Don't actively push. And then look up. And then it's important to have a flexible neck and good range of movement. So turn your head, just your head, not your shoulders, as far as you can to the left. And then take your right hand, put it on the right hand side of your face. Try and turn your head back to the center, but resist with your hand so that you're creating tension in your neck. There's a fight going on. and then release that tension and see if you can turn your head, just even if it's just a nanometer more, turn your head to the left. Just hold it there for a couple of seconds and then bring it back to the center and then go to the right. I have less flexibility in my neck this way, to the right. Take your left hand, put it on the left-hand side of your face. Try and turn your head back to the center, resist with your hand, and then have that fight going on, and then release, and see if you can turn your head just a little bit more to the left, to the right, I mean. And then bring it back slowly to the center. And there we have it. Thank you very much for watching my Wednesday class. If you do the Monday class, I'll see you on Monday. If not, I will see you next Wednesday. And I can't see anywhere where it says to stop. There it was.